Greetings and a warm welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor at wealthmanagement.com's RPA channel and CEO at Trout, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of this week's stories and select the most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story. The ICI reports that Q4 retirement plan assets remain decidedly flat at $44.1 trillion, as did DC plans and IRAs, even though the market increased during the same period, with NASDAQ jumping 6.4%. Mutual funds still dominate 401k plans with 60% of the $8.9 trillion, though CITs edged out mutual funds and target date funds last year, which had $3.8 trillion, dominating new asset flow. It will be interesting to see Q1 results and how participants react to decidedly negative returns because of the uncertainty of tariffs and foreign policy, with all indices down year to date, led of course by NASDAQ declining 8.3%. Next story. A study of the performance of 19 of the 25 largest private equity investors by Johns Hopkins Carey School of Business professor, leading to the conclusion that they may not be right for DC plans, even as the PE industry focuses on them, hoping for a more receptive DOL under Trump. Citing high fees and lack of liquidity, the report noted that returns of 59 funds with almost $500 billion were lacking. Will there be energy behind alternatives resulting in more assets in DC plans? If they do, it will be part of professionally managed products like target date funds and managed accounts. Next story. As if the Biden fiduciary rule was not dead enough, House Workplace and Education Chair Tim Walberg called for the newly minted DOL secretary to either rescind or withdraw the rule. A federal judge granted the DOL's motion to pause a lawsuit seeking to vacate the rule to allow for more time for review. In his letter, Walberg railed about EPSA's ineffective, overly aggressive, and limitless enforcement efforts, as well as DOL personnel providing information to plaintiffs' attorneys. With cutbacks on all agencies and Trump's mandate to eliminate 10 old rules to promulgate just one new one, it seems that Walberg will get his wish to limit enforcement efforts designed to protect DC plans and participants. Next story. Speaking of EPSA, pending director Dan Aronowitz, president of Encore Financial, which insures ERISA plans against lawsuits and fines, has called for the formation of a special ERISA court to avoid forum shopping by plaintiffs' attorneys. Citing special courts for patents, probate, tax, and juveniles, Aronowitz claims that an ERISA court is needed, led by industry-specific judges. He has also noted that the DOL, not plaintiffs' attorneys, should be the ones protecting participants, which may be a challenge with fewer resources and the current sentiment in Congress. Next story. Remember the pandemic, when job hoppers were offered outside increases leading to the Great Resignation? Well, according to the Wall Street Journal, those days are over, with increases for those that stay just 0.2% lower than job changers in January and February, which will likely lead to fewer people quitting. Add in recently laid off federal workers, and you can see how the job market will be more competitive, and with market uncertainty, fewer companies hiring. Final story. There is a ticking time bomb that could upend the defined contribution industry as new plan formation explodes and the workplace becomes the focal point to deliver financial advice and services to the masses. That bomb is the underlying technology that most of the major 401k and 403b record keepers run on. Some built in the 1990s using mainframe coding like COBOL. The growing demands of plan sponsors and participants, plus the explosion of DC plans, are pushing the record keeper technology to the brink with no easy or quick fixes in sight, accelerating industry consolidation and stressing current providers to meet growing demands just as prices continue to decline. Read my recent wealthmanagement.com column about how one record keeper, John Hancock, is trying to address the issue. So those are the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few others I thought were worth reading, covering Lockheed Martin sued for using allegedly underperforming proprietary target date funds. Are managed accounts right for your QDIA? Should participants convert to Roth during the dip? And few asset managers see annuities as must-have for retirement plans. Please let me know if I missed anything or if you'd like to comment. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you next week on 401k Real Talk.